moved up to Townsville, 2021. So I moved up there with the army, posted up there from old Bris Vegas. So I thought, time to get into fishing and all that sort of country stuff, get back to the roots. But I ended up pretty much just being a piss wreck with my best mate that we lived together with. And then, ended up getting the old Tinder out.
I was there in Townsville for about 4 months, and then we matched on Tinder, and then we spoke for about a week, and then he was hard to message. So I just thought, okay, he's not interested. It was one-word responses, so I just kind of left him. I was like, okay, bye. And then a couple of days later, it was after Australia Day, that he messaged again asking how Australia Day was. And I was like, oh, okay, he wants to talk again.
We were going to Mini Putt-Putt, that was closed, so ended up going around back to my house and we watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
I knew he was a lovely guy, like there was something special about him, but I wasn't sure if he was still interested yet. It wasn't until I think the third date that I was like, oh, okay, this will probably get serious.
We sort of worked something out because obviously she left, she was in the army, so not at home. And every now and then when we'd call, you could hear someone talking in the background. And at first it was just a friend. And then after a little while, she mentioned that, it's sort of a boyfriend. I went, okay.
He was shopping with a girl. We were just on the phone and he kind of told us on the phone. We're like, who's in the background? He's like, oh, it's Nikola. That was it.
That was his way of telling you.
Yeah, she's probably one of the best people I've ever met. Most caring, nicest nature. Has a little bit of a fuse every now and then, so just make sure you don't light that one because it will go bang. But apart from that, beautiful person as well.
We were very happy because we didn't want her to be alone because it was COVID and we couldn't see her. So that was really hard for all of us. So we were really happy, and that was the first thing we said, that we wanted her to be happy and to have somebody because we didn't want her to be alone.
Proposal. Usually Daniel will play like army golf, like it's a sporting, but he was just like, no, we need to go to the beach today. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll go. And so finally, after 10 minutes of us walking out, he finally gave Leroy a poor rest.
I'll get down and give him a play and shake hands, and then he'll look up and shake my hand, and then I'll go, oh, by the way.
And he's gotten down on one knee with the box, trying to get Leroy's paw on the box as well, but Leroy was too fatigued. He did not want to participate in Daniel's proposal, but he did it at the beach.
In the end, it all just happened so quickly. I'll bloody do it here. What are you doing? It took me a little bit to gain the courage.
So Daniel, you're the man of my dreams, and I can't wait to spend forever with you, be a Mrs. Capenink, which is so surreal to say out loud. But I love you. I love how carefree you are, how crazy you are, and how much of a young child you can be sometimes, because I need that, because we all know how serious and crazy I can be sometimes. So I love you. And again, I'm so lucky to have you in my life.
Nikola, I'm really looking forward to our life together. I really am. I know I'm not the biggest emotional person, so I'm sort of struggling here a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to our lives together, wherever that may be, wherever it may take us, and we'll give it a red-hot crack. I love you.
Hi Nick and Daniel, I can't believe we're finally here in cuffs with you guys.
We love you very much. We do miss you, and I'm sure you guys will make the most of it and love each other.
Danny, you can never forget your anniversary because Nicola's made it as easy as possible.
Love you both so much. Really looking forward to the rest of the day.
And I hope to be all the best for you.
Daniel, good luck, because she can be cranky like I can. So I hope you can put up with it. We love you very much.
picture, and every piece seems to fall into place. You're the moment when I know that I will never be the same. And every word that I could find in the corners of my mind will never be enough to let you know. This love is the best thing I have found. Like a garden bursting through the ground. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing I have found. This love is the best thing I have found. You're the best thing I have found.
Okay, if you could take your seats, please. We have a lot of emotion here today, so we'll see how we go.
Cucumber.
Excellent. Welcome. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. Family and friends, welcome to this beautiful venue where Daniel and Nikola have chosen to formalise their love and commitment to one another. Daniel and Nikola, thank you for travelling to share this day with them as they move forward into their future together. They also would like to show respect to their grandparents who could not be here today and recognise the love and nurturing given to them throughout their lives. Both Daniel and Nikola value tradition and are excited to make their commitment official. This venue was chosen for two reasons. One, because it's about halfway for each family, and two, because it has a golf course. Come closer.
I didn't get a hold of them.
Daniel and Nikola, you have been your own little family for some time now. It did take a while to get off the ground with a few quick one-word responses on Tinder. Your failed first date of putt-putt, even though Google said it was open, meant that you could talk into the night where you learned a lot about Mergen. But after that night, you both decided on a second date. Nikola, you wondered if it would fizzle out like the texts. And Daniel, you thought she was all right and that first date didn't really go that bad. Soon, Nikola, you asked to define the relationship, and Daniel, you said, yeah, I guess we're a thing. Well, you've been together ever since. Daniel's strict timeline for life meant that shopping for a ring in Sydney was a must. And luckily, the ring arrived a few days early, which gave you a chance for a bit of a surprise. The setting was bushland beach. The tide was out, so it was a big trek for poor Leroy. But Daniel, you popped the big question, which was celebrated afterwards with Maccas and excited phone calls to your families. I won't mention any names, but you clearly both have some personal obsessions, like golf and lawns, or candles and cleanliness. Although, Daniel, you admit that this has made you pick up your game in the cleaning department somewhat. A little bit. Despite these, you both seem to agree on many things, like the importance of family and friends, and that your relationship actually grew stronger during the tough times, being up in Townsville and being apart for weeks at a time. It seems that it's brought you closer, strengthening your communication and forcing you to recognise that the little fights just mean you miss each other. So today we're all here to celebrate your success as a couple and formally witness your commitment to one another. My name is Amanda Deneen and I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are both about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. On this significant day, Daniel and Nikola would like to invite their mothers, Bev and Charlene, to come forward and light the unity candle. Do you want to turn around so you can watch? These two candles represent the strength and love that emanates from the Kaepernick and Teresi families. Daniel and Nikola, I ask that you embrace their strength and love, which has created a light that burns brightly into your future. Oh. They did practice. We have action. Perfect.
Like I bought one.
Look at that. Each year, on the anniversary of your marriage and the promises you made, light your unity candle to remember all that you received from your families today. Let this candle be a beacon that guides you and protects you, a reminder that together anything can be overcome and achieved. Thank you, Bev and Charlene. Well done. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Do you, Daniel, promise to love Nikola and respect her, to share your life and your dreams, to build with her a life that is a place of love, happiness, commitment and growth?
I do.
Do you, Nikola, promise to love Daniel and respect him, to share your life and your dreams, to build with him a life that is a place of love, happiness, commitment and growth?
I do.
I now invite you both to express the personal vows that you've written for each other.
Shit.
Nikola, you know how good I am at articulating words, so here goes my best for you. I'm a rapper. Nikola, when we first met, I was kind of lost in my own little world. I only had two things to think about, Leroy and myself. You coming into our lives challenged everything I was comfortable with. I had to learn that I can't eat silver-side and pasta every night for dinner and leftovers on bread for lunch. You also give me the motive. Come on, grow up, child. You also give me the motivation to go out in the afternoons for our walks because we get to talk about our day and talk about our future. as well as look at houses and talk about what we'd do and not do. Hay fever. Nikola, I love that you're strong and independent, and I love that we have the same values in life. I love that you don't try to change my inner child and that you're okay with my toys, golf and computer games, although I do push the games limit a little bit. I love that you can take a joke but still know that I love you. They say opposites attract. I think we confirm that. You being a Blue supporter and me being awesome Maroon supporter. Also, I've claimed this grassy area as Queensland Embassy, so we're actually getting married in Queensland. So, me being kind of messy, especially when getting home from work and unpacking my bag all over the house. And we all know how much of a neat freak you are. If not, come visit our house. Nikola, I love the support that you give me when I dive into new distractions or hobbies. You're always there to give me solid advice, but still support me. And although I complain about it, I enjoy your little touches of flowers and candles in the house. But I'll never admit this again. I know some people say we've only been together a little while, but it's been 110% the whole time. In the 3 years we've been together, even when we've moved or been away from each other, we've still talked every day. Sometimes I'm kind of zombified as I'm waking up for night shift, so I just listen. With how great we've been in the past, I know we're ready to face whatever the future has for us, together, like we have so many times already. Nikola, I promise to be there for you and beside you. Come on. What are you doing? I can't wait. I can't wait to keep taking on the world together because we are such a great team. And Nikola, we've talked about kids and I'm ready, but you better be more ready because you'll have one extra in me, as I'm sure you're already aware.
To Daniel, my best friend, my rock, and soon-to-be husband. I never believed much in fate or destiny, but I now know that we were meant to be in Townsville to meet each other. Especially knowing that both of us didn't want to post there, but we also have Tinder to thank. Things moved quickly, but when we had no family besides our small army families, we quickly became each other's family, support system, and best friends. I personally had some hard times in Townsville, losing my grandmother in COVID with no family support, and during recovery from a surgery. That was the hardest thing I've been through, and you were there to support me through it and to be my rock, and I am forever grateful that you were there with me. I'm sure everyone has heard the saying that opposites attract, and we are proof of it. You're a country boy through and through, and I'm the city girl. You're a true Queenslander, and I'm the Blues. Our compromise was to get married in New South Wales to set up home in Queensland, as much as that pains me to say. You're extroverted, even though you won't admit it, and I'm the introvert. You're messy, and I'm the clean freak. One thing is for sure, we are a strong team, and we have managed to make things work with our crazy work schedules and being apart more than we have been together. We somehow make it work through the crazy, but I know for a fact that I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. Daniel, you are kind and caring, you are smart and patient, and you have a heart of gold, and I love everything about you. And yes, that includes your dad jokes and your huge obsession with golf. So much so, this resort has a golf course. I promise to respect and support you, to cherish you, and to always be there for you. I promise to always give you the best of myself, to care for you, but most of all, to love you unconditionally. Daniel, I am forever yours and can't wait to build a beautiful life together.
Daniel and Nikola, these are the hands of your best friend, the hands that will tenderly keep you safe, the hands that will wipe your tears, the hands that will give you strength when you need it most, the hands that, over time, will grow old in your hands. Daniel, please repeat after me.
Short stints, man. Short stints.
I ask everyone here to witness.
I ask everyone here to witness
That I, Daniel Ryan Kaepernick.
that I, Daniel Ryan Kaepernick,
Take you, Nikola Alfia Teresi.
take you, Nikola Alfia Teresi,
To be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Well done. Well done. You got it. You got it. Okay, you ready? Yeah. You ready with the ring?
That's me done.
No, big breaths.
Yep, that way.
Yep,
Yep, no, other way.
that's it. Just to the first knuckle. That's it. Nikola, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Nikola, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Let it be a reminder that I am always by your side,
Let it be a reminder that I'm always by your side,
and that I will always be faithful to you.
and I will always be faithful to you.
Okay,
Yes.
your turn. Nikola, please repeat after me. I ask everyone here to witness
I ask everyone here to witness
that I, Nikola Alfia Teresi,
that I, Nikola Alfia Teresi,
take you, Daniel Ryan Kaepernick,
take you, Daniel Ryan Kaepernick,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Got the ring? Your ring, yeah. We're still marvelling over that. Yeah. Daniel, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Daniel, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Let it be a reminder that I am always by your side,
Let it be a reminder that I am always by your side
and that I will always be faithful to you.
and that I will always be faithful to you.
I would now like to invite Kiara to deliver a blessing.
May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you to know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountains less, but more, and the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence. No more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
Thank you, Kiara. Family and friends, in order to make this marriage legal, we need to sign documents. Please use this time to reflect on the vows you've witnessed and enjoy the music Daniel and Nikola have chosen for the occasion. Bridie Wesling will now read a poem chosen for today.
Love, Listen by Anne Gray. Let's love, listen, take time when time is all we have. Let's be unafraid to be kind, learn to disregard the bad when the good outweighs it daily. Let's make a gift of silence, the days hushing into dark. And when we hold each other, let's always be astonished we are where we want to be. Let's hope to age together, but if we can't, let's promise now to remember how we shone when we were at our best, when we were most ourselves.
Daniel and Nikola, we all wish you the best as you continue to build your lives together, enjoying your afternoon walks with Leroy, trying out new restaurants, and now that you have a certain amount of stability, apparently there's going to be a future with little humans playing sports. You agree on that? Family and friends, what we have all witnessed is more than the joining of two people in marriage. Today is an integral part of a wonderful journey built for two. Daniel and Nikola, Before your family and friends, you have made legal vows to one another, forsaking all others. You have made sincere promises, and together with the exchanging of rings, you have declared your eternal love and genuine respect for one another. So, without any further delay, it is my absolute pleasure and privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. Daniel, you may now kiss your bride. Now it's my great pleasure to pronounce and present to you Mr. and Mrs. Daniel and Nikola Kaepernick.
Kiss, bliss, good God, it feels like there's nothing missing. Filling my cup with some love in the kitchen. 'Cause I'm so sweet, super Sony, over easy. Can't get enough of that good stuff. Gotta soak it up. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh yeah, gotta soak it up. Coming through, goodness, coming through, goodness, coming through. Gotta soak it up. Long week, had a long year too. Getting harder to see, brand new. So I keep on smiling like I do. One look in the mirror and I'm back in the mood. 'Cause I'm so sweet, super Sony, over easy. Can't get enough of that good stuff. Gotta soak it up. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh yeah, gotta soak it up. Goodness, coming through. Goodness, coming through. Goodness, coming through. Gotta soak it up. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Okay, today's gonna be a good day. 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 I feel like a new man. I feel like a new man. I feel like a new man. Yeah, I feel like a new man.
Now, to be honest, I don't usually put too much stock in zodiac signs, but the Chinese did invent, and I googled this, gunpowder, paper, and apparently alcohol, so I'm willing to go this far with them. Now, what does Nikki's Chinese zodiac sign say about her so that we can warn Daniel in case he doesn't already know? Now, I quote from the reputable Chinese zodiac signs for dummies.com that oxen are diligent, dependable, and strong. Yeah, I suppose. I hate to admit it, but, you know, she is exceptionally hardworking and extremely capable of achieving anything she sets her mind to. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It also says that ox are patriotic. She's in the army. right? And their lucky colour is white. She looks pretty lucky today. Okay, so pretty accurate statement so far. Now, nobody is perfect though, and my research also tells me this, that like her namesake, oxen can also be extremely stubborn, as well as difficult at communicating. Now, does Daniel need to be concerned about this? I'd say not. If you're in a relationship with someone who is stubborn and difficult at communicating, it just means that you are married. Okay. I had another line about the smarter men in the room won't clap to that, but that's okay, that's fine. I appreciate it. Okay, now, Daniel, he turns a big 3-0 this year, which makes him a rooster. Roosters are, and I quote, happiest when they are surrounded by others and they enjoy the spotlight. When I first met Daniel, he was surrounded by a bunch of people that he hadn't met before. And despite this, I remember telling Charlene the following day that it was like we'd known him our entire lives. He was down to earth, funny, friendly, and it was clear to everyone there that night that he's a perfect match for Nikki. In fact, guess what the best suited zodiac sign is for the ox? That's right, the rooster. All right, so to celebrate this Chinese-approved, Australian Army-endorsed, multinational and interstate union, how about we bring in those VIPs? Please welcome the parents of the bride, Alfio and Charlene Torrisi. Of course, a very warm welcome to Scott and Beverly Kaepernick. And for the bridal party, please make welcome the groom's sister and bride's brother, Rhiannon Kaepernick and Ricardo Torrisi. Cousin of the bride and one of the groom's best mates from high school, Julia Puttinger and Chris Robbo Robertson. Cousin of the bride and the groom's brother, please welcome Isabella Rashed and Nathan Kaepernick. It's now time to introduce the maid of honour and best man. Please give a warm welcome to Whitney Yoth Kong and Mitchell Gosso. As we welcome the bride and groom, it gives me great pleasure to announce as the first time as a married couple, give it up for Nikola and Daniel Kaepernick!
I'm so disappointed. It's a small one. It's an entree.
Okay. Cheers to the bride and groom. Oh, we know what this means.
Can't answer that. Answer that. Go on.
Okay, thank you guys. I trust you're enjoying your night so far. We're going to hear from the fathers first. So let's give a warm welcome to my compadre, Alfio Torrisi. With a speech that I'm told he wrote all by himself.
How you going? Good evening and welcome to the wedding of the daughter Nikola and Daniel, now our son-in-law. Firstly, we are thankful for you all to have a safe trip to Coffs Harbour, and thank you for making the big trip up here from Sydney or down to Coffs if you are from over the border. Well, I don't like to mention that word too much. Yes, we know. Daniel. We appreciate it very much and hope that you're enjoying your short break. I suppose I should talk about my daughter. So before I forget, I should say that she looks very beautiful today. Daniel, welcome to the family. And here is a very quick summary of Nikola growing up. Perhaps she may not be too happy with the selection that we have chosen to talk about, so here it goes. Nikola is a bully. She has been known to throw rocks at one cousin, has had a punch up with another, and has pushed up other little kids at playgrounds so that her mothers have come up to Charlene and have told her off because she couldn't control her. She used to bite her fingernails badly, so we tried chili on her nails, but it didn't work. She would hide so that she could not be seen doing it. Yeah. She did this in Target, which I don't know if Queensland is. It's a shop. And hid under the clothes racks. And Charlene couldn't find her. The security guard found her. He was so happy that he found her, but then when he saw Charlene's face, she was going to kill her. So the guy ran away. Nikola is a little bit stubborn. Charlene and Nikola had a massive fight. She was about 3 or 4. Charlene told her she could find another place to live, and since she was not happy with us, Nikola agreed. Charlene helped her pack her bags. Charlene left the house, and Charlene told her to walk up the street and find somewhere else to live. Nikola did. She took a bag and went off. Charlene came inside, and I could not believe that both Charlene and Nikola went this far. About 5 minutes later, Nikola came back and she was crying. She rang the doorbell, and Charlene, just as stubborn, wouldn't open the door. By this stage, I was thinking to myself, these women are as bad as each other. Well, I think Nikola has had the last laugh because she has left, and her mother now is the one who is crying. I could go on with her emotional breakups, but when Rico said she had a breakup every afternoon in the car after the day at school. She worried a lot about school, worked really hard, and was a big school nerd. These are Ricardo's words, and we think this is why Rick thought, stuff that, I'm not going to year 11. Nikola is brave, resilient, and has a lot of guts. I still can't believe that she got on a bus with so many other people that she didn't know to join the army. Everything she knew she left behind. She did not cry. She did not tell us that she was scared. She just did it. We cried. We were scared, worried, but we're so very proud of her and her strong-willed nature. Nikola is also the most organised person we know. This wedding is all her. She managed to do it all on her own.
It's an itinerary.
Yeah. Nick, you have done a great job. Could I please ask everyone to raise their glass to our beautiful daughter, who we miss so much? To Nikola. Mr. Daniel. Nah, mate, you're not off the hook. We do not get to see much of you, but this is what we know about you. We have learned a whole new language from you, including pluggers. And that a formal function you should wear double pluggers. A beer stays in your hand for a long time. I need to correct that. Multiple beers stay in your hand. Your weakness is chilies. You try, but sorry, mate, you just can't hack it. But I'm going to say that on your first trip to New South Wales, my father-in-law made you pasta, and there was a bit of chili heat in it. You ate it all. You didn't complain. Your face went bright red.
It wasn't the chili, I swear.
This demonstrated to us that you would do anything to make Nikola and her family happy. Welcome to our family, mate. Even though you are a Queenslander. And even worse, you drive a Ford. To Bevan Scott, thank you for treating Nikola like one of your own. The first time we met you was hearing coughs and we were very nervous. But you and your family are the most easygoing and loving people. We enjoy your company very much and look forward to seeing you all when we can. Looking forward to sharing grandchildren one day. Thank you to the bridal party and to the bridesmaids. You as well have scrubbed up all right. They say it takes a village to raise a child. All of you here are the village and helped us to raise our daughter, Nikola, or have been a large part of her life. To Nikola and Daniel, you have officially tied the knot. This means you have to compromise. Put the other person before yourself. Work hard together and be each other's best friend. Savour the good, work hard through the tough times, and laugh often. And that's it. I did that before. Taste. Toast. To Nikola and Daniel. That's the hardest thing I had to do.
Thank you, Alfio. The hardest thing he's had to do, we just said. Outstanding work. Okay. And of course, it's now time to invite to the lectern the father of the groom and the source of all of his good looks, Scott Capenhig.
Thank you. Bev usually tells me I don't like speaking and I get nervous, and so if I get over 10 minutes, she starts throwing things at me. Hang on.
384, Scotty, we said.
Just warming up, everybody. I've been waiting for this for a long time. All righty. So, it's 5 minutes. I've got 5 minutes, A4. So, number one, I'd really love to welcome Nikola to our family. Danny, when he was a little fella, I don't know how many discussions we had with him about he'd go to school and these kids would just egg him on, and Danny'd just react. He's like a firecracker. So, and I'd say, Danny, just back off from them. They're only looking for you to react. And Danny would go back and react, and they'd hit him again. And next day I'd say, Danny, just don't react. So, Nikola, Danny is Jew and he loves being bullied. So I just think it's karma. How many years have we telling Danny, just don't react to him, mate? He goes, yeah, but I'm going to knock the heads off, Dad. I said, yeah, mate. So, Nikola, high five to you. So what they say though is, as a referee, because I've done a few games of footy in the bright side, not the dark side, and they always say, we're on Queensland country at the moment. It's an embassy. So they always say, as a referee, so you don't play the game too early. So what I'm saying to you, Danny, is just breathe. Take your time. Don't play your game too early. And listen to your mum. Oh, and your wife, but she's already bullying him, so it's all right. So Nikola, I'd like to welcome you. Alf, Charlene, I mean, I'm just amazed how that two people from different parts of the world have gone two completely different paths, come together, and then we get a room full of people who probably in any other world would never meet, except for this kind of weird thing that happens, that they were in Townsville, and two really weird stories. They seem to get together, answered a little thing on their phone, and couple of years later, we're just in a room full of people, friends we don't know yet. So I just think it's amazing how that happens. So if I haven't said g'day to you yet, g'day to everybody. And if you're here, it's because you've had a piece of Daniel and Nicola's story that has come together. So everybody here has some input into that little story. So when you read your vows, you had a little book. I hope there's a couple of little empty pages on the back of that book, because now you can write your own stories. So and add to that. So it's just really pleasing that, you know, we can do those sort of things these days. And I really, really appreciate everything. Alf, you know, like you guys, we only met, but I knew you're a loving sort of family, and your extended family is a loving sort of family, and great to have a chat. So a few more beers, I'll have a chat with anybody. But it makes it easier. It just lubes the vocals a little bit. But what I want to do is I want to thank everybody. It's a great coach that I know, Craig Bellamy, always said, know your job, do your job. And there's a lot of things happen to make this happen. And Nikola, understanding, you had a massive lift you had to tick off, and wow, like I couldn't do it, but I appreciate what you've done. But everybody's had a little part of this, putting this together, is always say, know your job, do your job. And if you do that, the outcome is always great. And if you follow Melbourne Storm, that's what happens. So, except this week, Sharks beat Dragons last week. I just want to mention that quickly.
You beat the wooden spoon.
Nikola, a bit of bullying right now would be good. So what I want to do is I want to thank Andrew and Justin. Like all the flowers, we take them for granted, but fantastic. Yeah. Love your work, guys. The preparation for the meals, this facility, everyone's coming around getting their drinks. Know your job, do your job, and they're doing a great job. The videographer, the music, you know, all that stuff doesn't happen because we just read a book. It's practice, time, everything like that, commitment, and that. So I just want to thank everybody. There's too many to thank. Like taking a photo now, it's just as easy as it is. So I just want to thank everybody for anything you've done. It's and it just happens because it just doesn't happen. It comes because of a lot of people know what they do, and so I'd like to just thank everybody. So a little shout out to my grandparents. It's kind of weird, but my mum and dad, their 67th wedding anniversary was yesterday. Mum and dad couldn't make it. They're still with us today, but dad's currently and mum's currently, but 67 years together. So, well, I don't know. Bev and I got some runs to do, but you guys got a lot of runs to do. But 67 years, and Ave Maria, I believe, was their wedding song. So that's pretty good. The other, my notes are just like thinking. I've got here. It's got mayo Denny.
Make it vegan friendly.
Any of you guys, probably a lot of these army fellas, didn't realise that Danny doesn't mind putting a bit of mayonnaise on stuff, and
What are you talking about?
but you just. Well, just, I know where he gets it from. You love an audience, so I don't know where that comes from. But yeah, Danny and chilies, it's just, if you want a bit of mayonnaise, just give him a chili and just sit back and just chuck cream. And he'll just, eggs and everything, he'll just go for it. He loves it. So I've got here, got stories about Danny.
No.
I've got a story about Danny, and it's one of the bridesmaids. And it was a great, great story. Because Danny, these things happen when they're kids, because like our stereo's got no knobs left because they played footy and knocked everything off the TV and everything. We had to, it's just crazy. It was a football field in our lounge room. Anyhow, one day, Danny and Rhiannon decided they'd try boxing. Anyhow, it was, Rhiannon knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Danny was like Queensby rules and all this sort of stuff. Rhiannon, she's just haymakers. Anyhow, it's funny. And the more Rhiannon sort of resists, the crankier Daddy would get. Anyhow, this one night, Rhiannon's sort of just doing a normal thing. like this, and Danny's being the big bully he is, and he's over the top just thumping into her. Anyhow, Rhiannon just turned around and she just done this biggest haymaker and caught him clean on the mouth and knocked him clean down. It was quiet, and it was quiet for a little while until Danny got.
I hit hard, Danny.
Yeah, he had to come around and.
It's a hammer.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and for weeks, and I'm passe for years. Rhiannon used to bring that up, and Danny just, you know, you have these firecrackers under your seat. That's all Rhiannon has to bring up, and see what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about. So, but one thing I really do appreciate is with our kids, we always thought we'd invest in our kids, and when the lads started playing cricket, because Troy and I love playing cricket, and when the boys started playing B grade, I said, right, I want to play with B grade with me fellas. So I'm happy to say that I was batting at the other end when Danny got his first 50. So as a B grader, so I think I was batting with Nathan when he got his as well. So those little things, you're like, if you have children, you want to be there for them. So you don't want to be a helicopter parent, but you want to be there for them. And to my grave, well, I'll take that to my grave. I just thought that was the greatest time that I could bat with Danny. And when he got his 50, is give him the old high five. Yeah. So that was all right. So Danny, I really, we always give you a hard time, but I really appreciate all you've done. You've taken what you've done with both hands and grasped it. We didn't know what you were going to do, but when you said the army was going to be it, you sort of like, I agree with Alf. I think we were the more worried than anything else, because Danny decided, I'm going to the army. And we was like, oh, okay, where'd that come from? Out of a Kellogg's packet or something. Anyhow, he just said, no, I'm going, that's it. Anyhow, off he went, and he joined the army and did his 10 years. So I just had to tip my hat to you, mate. Nikola. Well, Nikola, it's all good, don't worry. Because Danny wouldn't tell us anything. And there's only a few little Facebook pictures we saw, because Mum wants grandkids, in case you didn't know. Anyhow, she goes, oh, who's that girl in the background? Who's that little girl? There's a girl in the background. And Daddy'd send these pictures. He goes, there's a girl in the background. And I said, oh, I don't know who that is. And he'll tell us when he's ready. Anyhow, Ross and Jude managed to head up Townsville Way, and they got introduced to Nikola before we did. So yeah, but to be honest, when Jude and Rude and Ross come back, that's another partner, that's a cricket mob, anyhow, come back, they said, you'll love her. So we thought, all right, that's fair enough. If Jude said, we'll love her, we'll love her. So when we first introduced to her, when she come down for Christmas, I think it was, and Leroy was on board, where they went, and introduced, we agreed. Yeah, so Nikola, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Mate Club, which is Married to Cape Nick. So welcome. Welcome to the Teresi family. Welcome to everybody. We're all friends, just haven't met yet. So without further ado, thank you very much. And we'll have a toast to the new. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
All right, guys, thank you. Keep the applause going for Alf and Scott. Thank you very much. And can we also applaud their lovely wives, Beverly and Charlene? Thank you. Thank you. All right, my friends, I trust you enjoyed your food. We're now going to move on to the last round of speeches. Again, please make sure you have a charged glass ready for some toasts. First out of the gate, can I please ask you to join me in giving a warm welcome to the Maid of Honour, Whitney Yoth Kong.
Please, no pressure. I'm already nervous. Hello, everybody. My name's Whitney. I am the Maid of Honour. I'm Nicola's best friend. Oh, this is very different to speaking in front of 10-year-olds like I do at work. Adults is a lot of pressure.
For any of you that don't know me, I've known Nikola most of my life. We used to swim together, then we worked at the same centre together. We spent most of our waking hours there in our gym wear, and it's very different now that we're in, amazing clothes and she's in this beautiful white dress. Who would think that we would be going from gym wear to, being here today at her wedding? Nikola has been the person who has always been there for me, either judging each other or judging other people. And don't look at me like that, we all do it. Even though that she's practically lived everywhere in Australia in the past 4 years, there isn't a day that goes by where we don't message each other and give small updates on each other's lives. Thank you for being my go-girl bitch. The only reason why we're still friends is Charlene's pancetta. But she's been lacking the past few years, so Mark and I aren't very happy about that. So please, pick up your game. Now, as Nicola's best friend, I can say that she's one of the most dedicated and hardworking and disciplined people, even though we're not those people that say, I love you so much, where we're like, you need to do better. We don't say nice things to each other ever, so this is weird. I know she's proved this, and, when she joined the army a few years ago and moved very far away from us, which is a big, big change for all of us. Daniel, hello, nice to meet you. I think we've met maybe 3 times. Lucky for you, we actually like you those few times that we've met you. He's Aussie, drinks beer. Has anybody seen his Forex tattoo? That alone told me that we'd get along. If it was a VB tattoo, my partner and Daniel would be getting married right now instead. In all seriousness, Nikola is one of the best friends I've ever had. I'm so happy for her and Daniel. I know you both will be there for each other throughout your entire lives. So cheers to Nikola and Daniel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Whitney. Likewise, we're now going to hear from Daniel's right-hand man. Give it up for Mitchell Gosso.
Ladies and gentlemen, any other pronoun that makes you feel comfortable, I'm Goss, Danny's best man. Thank you. G'day. Nice to meet you. Good to be here. I just want to start with saying, obviously, Nick, you look absolutely gorgeous today. Danny, I call you Handsome Devil all the time. You scrub up all right. You know that. No need to blow smoke up your ass. We're obviously here today to witness a beautiful love story, like a new chapter of the love story. I want to wind back a few years to the original love story between me and Danny. So the year's 2009, and I'm playing my first game of football for American Mustangs under 16s. Shout out the Mustangs. Yeah, and we are Mustangs, yep. And, we lost our first game against Kingaroy Red Ants by 6 points. And, I haven't played much football before, but I walk into the change rooms and there's this little kid crying in the corner. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out in this room who gets more passionate about football than anyone else. So that was my first time meeting Danny, was him just crying and the ball in the corner. He knows it too, unless he cried today, Yeah. Anyway, that's all right. So anyway, we stayed mates for a few years, and then I go to join the army in 2012, and the only person I know in the army is Danny, so I call him up and I say, hey mate, what's it like? He gives me the ins and outs, what to do, what not to do, and I go down there, my first day, some guy's screaming in my face saying, go clean this room, sure we don't have a bleep, but here we are. And I go into this room and I wipe this desk down, and all I see is Kaepernick scribed in the desk. So obviously nothing changed since school. There you go. So the first week, I clean his room, and finish up down there and go to Victoria and start my apprenticeship. And I call him up again because he's the only person I know. And I said, oh, Danny, I'm in Victoria. I'm in this barracks. And he's like, mate, what building? I said, 506. And he said, what room? I said, number 6. And he's like, don't touch anything. That's my old room. I'll come down to you. So he comes down, like, bless his cotton socks. We spend the next 2 years pretty much forming a bond that can't be broken, right? We play golf, drink beer, listen to country music. Can't go much better than that. And anyway, we spend the next 10 years pretty much floating around different places in Australia. But every year we come back home for Christmas. Like, nothing ever changed, We play golf, we drink beer. He's my best mate. Like, I can't say anything bad about him. And one year he calls me up, it's 2021, and he says, do you want to get a house in Townsville? I said, mate, I'm not a property investor, I'm a real estate agent. Like, what are you talking about? And he said, no, do you want to get a house in Townsville? I said, I suppose. Turns out we're getting posted. He found out I was getting posted to Townsville before I even knew about it. And, sure enough, we're both single, we're both depressed, we're both AJs. Let's go. So instead of spending once a year playing golf and drinking beer, we're doing that every single day. And so we get set a bit of a routine. And I'll come home one day and he's not there. He's not there in front of the PlayStation playing Farming Simulator and drinking 4X. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit concerned, So I called him up and I said, left a message, Danny, where are you? And a couple of hours passed by, called him up again, no answer. And house husband that I am, mate, I stayed awake just worrying about him the whole time. And 9:30 comes around. 9:30 comes around. He comes inside and he's big shit-eating grin on his face. And I said, "Where were you?" He's like, "I was on a date." I was like, and like I thought he was gay until then. Like, honestly, I did. And I was like, who's the bloke? Was it Grinder or whatever? And I said, "Did you get a second date?" He's like, "Oh, geez, I hope so." And he blurted out the putt and whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably why." I'm surprised you got a second date, Nick. So I'm glad you did. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, he comes in and he says, "Oh gosh, like hand on my shoulder, man. You got to be on your best behaviour. She's come around, cook dinner." And little caveat there. I cook dinner for Danny every night. I love cooking.
I clean like the best of.
You do? Yeah. You're a good house bitch, mate, but you're shit cook. Yep. So I'd cook for him every night, and he comes up to me one day and says, "Oh gosh, man, your food's too fancy for me. I just want steak and taters." And I said, "Mate, like, honestly, you should have told me." So, no shit, like, for 3 weeks, he cooked himself steak, taters and packet Alfredos and just lived off it. And he loved every second of it. Anyway, the first time I met Nish, comes in and cooks this massive pasta dish, and me and him just sitting there like, holy demon, like, we're stuffed, like, we just have, like, shoveling more in our faces. And I'm like, "Nick, what are you doing with this guy?" Like, he's not a bad guy, but he can eat, and here we are. But I got to see them meet each other, and I got to witness their relationship turn into love, and then move into a house, and that house turn into a home, and to see two people fall in love like that, and now I'm here to witness you two become a husband and wife, like. No, don't cry, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm just trying to be honest here. Like, yeah. But honestly, like, I was there for the beginning. I'll be there till the end, right? Like, I love you guys to death. And even if it's you two dropping a couple screaming kids off and changing a shitty diaper every now and again, like, I'm all for it. I got my blue card. I work with kids. It's fine. Like, I'm safe. But honestly, hopefully this is one of the last cheers we do, because I was trying to be on best behaviour today, and here we are about to get loose. So, cheers. All right. Sorry. Just lastly, shout out to table 2. Table 2. Yeah. Have to. They prepped that.
All right, finally, the final speech for the evening. It's time to hear from the man of the hour, the legend from Mergen. Give it up for the groom himself, Mr. Daniel Capernick!
Well, don't get used to it because not everyone from Mergen actually makes their own shit up, so I'm going to read off a piece of paper. Grow up. That I wrote mostly myself.
Sounds like my parents.
Mostly.
It sounds like my parents.
Yeah. Well, it's cool to not write your own speeches. Hello, everyone. It's in really big font, so.
Wow.
Thanks, Nikola. Hope you've all enjoyed yourself so far. Me and Nikola just want to say firstly how much it means to us to have everyone here. We know Coffs Harbour might be a tricky spot for everyone to get to, and we truly appreciate the effort everyone has gone to be here tonight to celebrate our wedding. It means a lot, and we really have the most important people to us here tonight. So thank you again for taking the time to travel to spend today with us. We would like to thank everyone who has played a big role in making today happen. Everyone at Pacific Bay, Shaz. That's right, Nikola. It's not Sharon, it's Shaz. Spelling mistake. Especially for helping us with today. Truly loved this resort when we saw it and helped that there's a golf course on it. But thank you for making it so accommodating for everyone we wanted. To Stephanie, Tim and his crew, capturing everything and special moments for us to look back on. Thank you. It's not back to back, we're good. Apparently the lighting that we had today in that little drive area was apparently pretty good. He knows what's up. To people close to us who jumped on board when we asked for them to be part of our special day. To our celebrant Amanda, thank you for officiating it for us. To have someone so close in my life to do this for us is truly special. To Andrew, my cousin, for doing all the flowers for today. You have done a magnificent job and thank you for saying yes. And for all your help and Zoom sessions leading up to today. I was obviously heavily involved in the flowers. Heavily. I said yes and stepped back. To Jude and Ross for getting the most handsomest of Lyra boys to join us today at the beach for some pictures. We appreciate it. The Lyra boy is probably the most important person. Yes, he's a dog, but he's also a person in our lives. Oh, let me just catch up where I am here. Said that. Okay. To Bruno, the MC for tonight, thank you for saying yes, for keeping everyone entertained tonight. Nikola really wanted you to do this, so we were thrilled that you were so happy and eager to do this. Where is he? Hiding in the shadows there. Thank you so much. To our bridal party, thank you for being part of our special day. Even though we were all only together for the first time yesterday, it has been a ball. The girls look beautiful and the boys are looking very sharp as well tonight. Styling was definitely not done by myself, otherwise it would have been a 4X shirt and some thongs for the boys. Double pluggers. Obviously. To our parents, we both wouldn't be the adults that we are today without you being in our lives. We both truly think we have hit the jackpot with our parents and can't wait to make more memories together with both families in the future. Thank you for all your help planning this day, for all your time and your effort. Now, Nicola's not aware of this part. She has approved of most of the speech, but I'm going off script here. Off script, but also still scripted, kind of. So. Undo typing. You need undo. Everything you see here is way above me. There's no gears and not enough oil for me to roll around in for it to be in my area. So everything you see here is obviously the work of Nikola.
who is the one sacrificing everything for this day. Her last name changes. She has to deal with this kid every day. Even where she lives. Charlene, I got her to Brisbane. That's as far south as I can go. There's something that's stopping me going any further. New South Wales border, obviously. Now, I'll probably touch on a few things again, but as I said, I wrote this on site the other week because I was feeling pretty special. You know? And I was like, I gotta do something for the wedding. You know? So I've pretty much forgotten the whole speech, even though I'd read it a couple of times. So I'm probably going to touch a couple of things. So we'll go back to it. To my beautiful wife. You look absolutely stunning today and can't believe the day has finally come. You have been planning this for so long, through a move from Townsville to Brisbane, through 3 work courses and one intensive one being at the beginning of the year. You have done an amazing job and I'm happy that you can relax after today and then head straight back onto another course after the honeymoon. I'm so excited to start the next chapter of our lives together and to make more memories together. I love you very much. Yeah. Now that's enough of me rambling. I'm sure everyone just wants to eat, dance and drink the night away. So thank you again everyone for coming. Please enjoy yourself, drink up and enjoy. Cheers.
Nothing to see here, don't worry. Okay, guys. So, something a little bit special that we're celebrating this week. This week, Nikola's nonno Jim turns 90 years old. So, of course, we're going to sing him a very happy birthday. On 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you.
I look into you all around me. I really don't you cry.
be alright. Love a guy who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love him and he'll bring you love.